I've reached the age where I'm more likely to have contact with Astroglide than AstroTurf. And I worry more about fitting into my own pants than getting into somebody else's. It's that stage of life where see-through pajamas become indecent exposure. And the heavy breathing you hear just means she's having another hot flash. But I still wonder about some things. There are over 30 kinds of Band-Aids, less than a dozen kinds of tampons. They both provide the same basic functions, so why was it always so much easier for us guys to go to the store and pick out the right box of Band-Aids? Did you ever notice that tampons come in small and medium, and condoms come in large and extra large? Wouldn't it make more sense if it was the other way around? Have you seen that Fred Meyer puts baby food and condoms on the same aisle? They've got you covered no matter how your weekend turns out. Did you hear that they're making scented KY jelly? It comes in rose, lavender, and of course, the traditional tuna fish. All my girlfriends lately have been blonde, but since I finally got one that's not inflatable, I've had to make some adjustments. We were out here last fall, and just out of the blue, she said, "I want you to quit masturbating." I said, "Why? There's hardly anybody here." She thinks her boobs are too small. She either wants to add 3 cup sizes in 2 inches or 2 cup sizes in 3 inches. I keep getting confused between what she wishes she had and what she wishes I had. Cell phones are getting smaller and smaller, but ever since she found out there was a vibrator app, she's been looking for a bigger one. I don't know why, but she keeps leaving me messages to call her at 10 and let it ring for 30 minutes. I think maybe it's because she's blonde. She knows I don't have an airplane, but she still wanted me to come over and look at her new landing strip. I heard her tell her sister that the secret to staying young was exercise and good sex. Then she told her that I was able to help with the exercise. She's really very nice, likes to give me presents. Just last week she gave me a ring, but it's too big for my finger, and I don't know why it has little batteries on it. It doesn't even have a light. She has a secret name for me, too. Whenever we're in bed with the lights out, she always calls me Frank. She asked me if I like Brazilians. I said I didn't know any, but I'm sure they're very nice people. She's been talking about going commando, but I said I think you're too old to join the Army. You young people probably haven't thought very much about gray pubic hair yet. But I can still remember the day I found out my girlfriend had gone gray one morning while I was picking my teeth. I try to be supportive of women. I live in the Goldstream Valley, and I fully believe in a woman's right to choose how long her body hair should be. Did you know they're trying to develop Viagra for females? They're after something that'll make them more willing. I always thought alcohol worked pretty well myself. But when you start hanging around with postmenopausal women, you kind of need to stay away from dry wine. Viagra's good stuff, but it costs $15 a pop. And the problem was my girlfriend kept wanting $30 worth, and I wasn't getting any sleep. So I went to Linens and Lace, and I asked the sales lady if they had any vibrators. She just rolled her eyes and pointed to the back of the store. And I'm telling you guys, if you ever see what's in that place, you'll never feel like a real man again. I mean, some of those things are big enough it would take a car battery to operate. And you ladies, how do you know which one to get? Do they have sizing charts? The formula for the volume of a cylinder is pi times height, or in this case depth, times radius squared. So do you take a calculator with you? And who gets to take the measurements? Would that be a great job or what? So I find the sales lady and tell her I'm trying to pick out a vibrator for my girlfriend. She very sweetly asked me, "Are you going to be the operator or just an observer?" I said, "Listen, all I'm trying to do is get some sleep." So help me find one that's big enough to do the job, but small enough it doesn't need a backup warning horn. My name is Paul Taylor, and this is great fun.